everybody, That Brown Bat, back in another episode of Bat in the Box. And in this episode of Bat in the Box, or this series of Bat in the Box, we are going to start building a Death Star. Not the exterior, the interior. Castletown is not done. I think we're on episode 8. But you know what? I kind of needed to change the scenario for a bit. And, well, let's get started. Alright. This is a fresh, new toy box. Empty toy box. So, we're going to put a bunch of junk in it. So, let's raise... Well, we can't... Let's just, come on. Start off with some terrain pieces. Let's use... flat terrain block. Bring this about right there. Go down here. Delete this. And move this. Where'd they, there we are. This is like the first thing I do in every toy box when I start building. And then just double check, make sure I can go up high. Oh, that's high enough, definitely. Okay, so since we're doing the Death Star, let's auto theme or set the theme to Imperial Space Station. All right, now first things first. Let's start with the docking bay entrance, and I'm going to use Simple Toys for the majority of it. And it doesn't matter how I line it up on the base because this base is going to change. I just need something to stand on. Alright, so this is going to be going down, and we're going to theme this Plastic 2. Because it's the only white one that's not too glossy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So let's put 3 down like that, and 2 up, 2. Alright, we got that. This is the best thing I can think of. And you'll see when it starts panning out. Okay, terrain pieces. Oops. Alright, now let's start with the wall. And it's going to be... When I say 3 high, I'm referring to a terrain cube being 1. So 1, 2, 3. Which will be the height of this. And it'll also be the width of that, or the, yeah. The length and the, height. It's 1 by 3 by 3 or 3 by 3 by 1, however you want to say it. It's the long, tiny, and tall terrain block, but they're 3 long by 3 high. Oops. And you'll see why in a bit. Let's see. Okay, now, let me move this over a bit. Go to decorations. Fantasy terrain strip 1. I think it's 1. Yep. And you want to select the theme Death Star terrain strip 1. That there. And actually, you're going to skip. Leave enough room for two of those blocks. That's not what's going to go there. I'm going to put something in there later on. All right, so there's that. And then some of these big things, the long, tiny terrain blocks. Yeah. A lot of these I put down, of course, when I build anything, it's for a reference point because I'm going to put a door here, and so, you know, so it's going to change, but I just need to point of reference. Okay, so then this is going to come out 3 more, so that makes 4. 1, 1, 2, 3. So 3 and 1 is 4. 4 from the door. I have this drawn out in graph paper, pretty much. So that's what I'm looking at. Let me see, what's he counting? Where's these numbers? They're on my piece of paper, my cheat sheet. We end up with oh how in the world did I do that? There we go. Okay. And it might be beneficial right now to split this up into all small ones, because we got to put a hole in the floor. This is always a tricky part. For me, anyway. There is a part, if you go under buildings, find the Star Wars stuff. Designed for what we're doing, they call it the Death Star ship hangar. Well, it's too big, way too big for what we're using it for. I will use this piece, but not for this. Definitely not for this. I use this for an air shaft. That works quite nice. All right, so back to terrain pieces. Oh, need to go over one more. I hope. Oh. Don't know what I was thinking. Alright, let's see if this is in the right spot. I think so. I mean, as well as can be expected. Seems how the Millennium Falcon is. Oops. It's kind of tiny. Alright. And that's okay. That's okay. Now, what we're going to do for the corners, There's only one way I know of how to get to them. But I'm going to show you. You go to buildings. Under the Death Star, there are some corner pieces. Now, these corner pieces are corner lights, which don't match. I looked through some pictures of A New Hope. They don't match. Actually, there's nothing that actually does match, but we have something that's more close than this. Now, let me go. Under unfiltered, if you find building, yeah, there's so much stuff under unfiltered. It's like building number 5 or something like that. Oh, here we go. Group 5. Found them. Alright, so here's where the Death Star stuff would be in the unfiltered category. But it's in this category somewhere. The only thing is you have to have Toy Box Takeover to unlock this stuff. These particular ones right here. I'm pretty sure. Also says it's part of the Nomination. Maybe not. Maybe you get this from the get-go. I'm not 100% sure because I don't remember. So hopefully you guys have it. Or you can just use the Death Star one. But I like these better for this particular thing that we're doing. Oops. Alright, now. And if y'all remember, the shaft is not shallow, it's quite deep. And I'm not making it really deep. I'm not going too crazy on it. At least not yet. So we're just going to duplicate sort of what we did. Just going to follow block for block. Are we? Or are we not? You know what? Let me just barricade it with these for now. I'm not 100% sure of what we're going to do for this level underneath, because this will be a level underneath. I plan on having it so you can actually explore in all these different areas. All right. So we will eventually put an elevator. Whoops. Coming up. Okay. We want to make a bridge. Maintenance bridge, whatever. So take this top layer off. And look at my map here. All right. I don't think I need that like that, so take that out. All right. Let me delete this for a second. Well, yeah, delete it for a second. Yeah, like it's gonna pop up back, you know. Decorations. Give me a door. Fantasy Terrain 2. That doesn't look like a door. Watch this. Theme it to Kiln. Turn around. Okay. Line up with that. I think and I hope it'll fit here. I mean, I know it'll fit there, but with all the other stuff I'm putting in there, I'm hoping this is where it's supposed to go. All right, now we need a scalable barrier block. Now, either this will work or a trigger area. And if you've watched any of the Castletown episodes, you'll know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now, bring this back. One there. One there, one there. One, two. And I am stuck in something. I'm stuck in the barrier. Alright, I think we're done with the barrier. I can always bring it back if I need it to come back. Alright. There we have a door. Not sure if I want it to be a tunnel. I don't think I do. We do not want it to be a tunnel. Gotta delete that. That. Bring back our... I'll just go in our custom filters and my favorites. Bring it back. And for now, I'll just use the tall block pieces. We can always fix it later or change it or adjust it later. Okay, now how do I have that? I have, alright, going all the way down to this end. Let me delete this and go back to decorations. In this one, we are going to use Fantasy Terrain Corner 2. Drop that down, theme it. Death Star Terrain Corner 1. Place it like so. Alright, then we are going to cap that off on top. Like that. Okay, and for a reference point, reference something. The wall is going to be like this. The reason well, I don't like to put two of the tall pieces next to each other because, well, just to me it doesn't look right. Like right here, do I have a choice? Sort of don't think I have a choice here, but if I can avoid it, I will avoid it. Just because it breaks up the, it makes it more, it looks more solid, I guess you could say that, instead of just having it like that. To each their own. To each their own. Alright, so now, move these out of there, and how many? 3. Can E this. Put you there, and then I'm going to yeah, I just complained about having 2 of those together. Well, at least one of the things you can do, because you can rotate them, and see right here that it forms a triangle right in the middle, which I probably should do over here. I'm not going to worry about that. It's cosmetic stuff. Oh, okay, so we are going to move this one, or take that out, and do this. Put 2 of these here, but we're going to change the texture of this. To Death Star floor grate. Okay. Make sure I can fit from there. Yes. Okay, so then over here, the same thing. 2 there. And I think we're going to go in half. I think it's going to be like that. Like I said, we can always go back and change it. Alright, so we're going to get rid of this. So I'm just going to reuse, or take it out and change it to something else. What did I just do? Something ain't right there. It should be fine. Oh, remember what I said about I didn't want that to be a tunnel? Well, apparently it's going to be. There's no avoiding that because I need a floor up here. Which means changing this back to this. And might as well change this to the same thing. And then Alright, now this right here. I'm gonna do this. Trying to use the least amount of pieces as possible. Select that one. Come on, go down. Oh. Is that barrier still there? No. Okay. Now, go to the light panels. Right here. One there. One in there. There. Now, this is not, oh, you know what I can do? We have that texture in Simple Toys. Now you're going to notice this is not exactly what it looked like in the movie. Well, you're absolutely correct. It's not exactly the way it looked in the movie. But we'll live with it. Alright, so what this is for is going to be a way up here. So we need under Game Maker, Game Setup Toys, and find the Path Creator tool. Put it in the middle. And then you want this to go all the way right to the top. adjust the properties on the green part. Change the speed to maybe 33-ish. I don't know. It's up to you. You want to go fast, slow. Then we need a platform. This will work. New path connector or connection. Toy box path. Properties, toy box path. Go under movement style. There's other ways to do this as far as how you want to activate the path creator. This is just the way I do it. Okay, I select reverse one way and stop. So now it's stopped. So now we want, I'm just going to do it as an automatic thing. So when you walk into it, it goes up or down. Which is probably not, yeah, it'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Yourself a trigger area. Logic connection entered. Any. I think I got it. Reverse. All right, let's see if this works. So now, wait a minute. Oh, I got to bring it up a little bit more. So you can enter it again. Now, just the scenario, if it's all the way up on top, you can get it to come back down. Just walk in there. And if there's bad guys, they can really screw around with it. Yeah. You're trying to get up there. But most people use somebody that knows the force and can jump really high, and the purpose of using the elevator will be gone. But still cool nonetheless. Now we need railings. And the railings I use are under the city building set. City, 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 city. Hey, y'all guys that keep asking me about the stadium pieces. Here's stadium pieces. Once you buy them in the toy store. All right. Alright, the reason I didn't extend that all the way over here is because I'm actually doing this. What am I missing here? Oh, yeah, you know what? Alright, let me bring back the, actually, I wonder if I should... I'm thinking... thinking I should do, since this is a tunnel-ish type thing, I'm thinking I should do this. Say, well, how do you do that? It's red. I'm thinking I should do this. Show you all a really a good, cool secret. If you've seen my Dagobah, how to make Dagobah, I've done this in there too, also. All right, so what you do, select it and put anything. This works with any of the terrain pieces. All right, now you have 2 pieces down there. Hit undo and hit undo again. Okay, now you're back to the first one. Now try to set it. It won't set. So you can still move it, but it won't set. So what you do, keep it where you want it, and then use your D-pad, select something else. All right, now you're out of it. And now it's there, it's glitched. So now you can put anything in there. Now, at this particular point, see, it doesn't do anything. It's just there. It's a glitch. Second one works. Now, at this point, if you save your game and reset it or reload it, this will not be there. So what you do, hit your theme button and re-theme everything. Theme all. See it? You have 2 of them overlapped. So then go back and the only thing we got to do now, every time you do that, all the other textures or decorations are affected by that. So it's the only thing. So keep that in mind. If you have like thousands of decorations at work, do you really want to merge pieces, or don't you? Another thing that does when you merge them, it gets rid of that lip if you're gonna, otherwise you would have right there. So let's make our close that corridor in. here. Just gonna use. What am I gonna use? No, not that. Okay, that'll work for that. And then that'll work for that. And then I still need this. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It's already there. Oh, I gotta retheme that door. Look at me, I'm on an elevator.
I'm on it.
What? Where'd he go? Oh, that's pretty cool though. R2 and BB-8 for the either Poe's or Princess Leia's power will trigger if you have it set to all. They will trigger whatever. Yeah, he just walked underneath it. They will act as just like an NPC. Because actually, they are NPCs. They're, you know what they are? They're what do you call them? The discs, the team up discs. That's the same thing. The boss characters. That's all they are. It's the same thing as the team-up discs that are, you don't have to use a disc for them. That's why if you put Green Goblin in your toy box, it'll say something to the effect that something about a fellow bad guy or something like that is like you're his teammate or his buddy. But then he'll attack you. So, all right, we're gonna do one more thing before we call this an episode, and that's do something in this room. What this is maintenance. And let me get a door under Game Maker. Okay, before we go any further, you're going to want to save it. When you're building, especially big things, you're going to want to save it. You're going to want to save often, just in case something happens. Okay, now that the game is saved, I'm going to go to the door, to the properties, and change the destination to a new toy box, a new interior. Doesn't matter what the name is because I'm not going to keep it around BBB. I just need it to do the hack to bring the interior to the exterior, which is stupid that we have to hack it, but we do. Usually I wait until the end, but sometimes, you know, you just need visual. So here we go. Okay, here we are in the toy box. And just real quick, why I do not use the interior on Death Star stuff to make a Death Star. Number one, you can't use spaceships in it. Number two, you can't use boss characters. Number three, I don't like the doors. Oh, you can't use path connections and the path creator tool and stuff like that. So let's theme everything to the Death Star. Other than that, I love the theme. I love the walls, the trim, the floor. The lighting's cool too, but this lighting, those lights were not everywhere in the Death Star. Yeah, I'll put a helicarrier lights, doesn't matter. Alright, doors look cool, right? And this goes for anything in the interior. Let's say you want that door closed. You have to adjust the properties of the room. And I don't remember if this is A, B, or C, or D. Properties. Let's say it's C. Let's guess. Nope, I was wrong. This one apparently is C. Let's see what it does, or what it looks like. It looks like a jail cell door. Why can't the doors look like this? If you're gonna close it, I don't know. I just wish it did. If it did look like this, I would use it all the time. I'm not saying I'm not gonna use it for anything. I probably will, but I just don't like those doors. That's all. So anyway, back to why we came in here. Go to come on, creativity toys or creative toys, and get a trigger. Doesn't matter what kind of trigger. Well, I'm past the triggers, so might as well get my time delayer. I'm gonna need it. And let's find a trigger. Kiln pressure plate, we can use that. Okay, so you take your trigger, logic connection activated, start delay. Delay, the logic connection, delay completed. Change level. You don't have to adjust the level because automatically it's going to be where you came from. Adjust the time properties. 4 or 5 would be sufficient. Now you don't have to do this part, but it helps. Properties require confirmation. Turn it off. Okay, so All right, and then make sure you get the ribbon up and just wait. Okay, as we progress, it's going to take longer and longer and longer to open this, to load this toy box. But anyway, now, because you opened the ribbon right before it loaded, and the other thing, you can time it just right without using the delayer. It's just hard to do it. So that way I don't have to keep going in and going out. All right, so we want to find, in this particular instance, electronics and appliances. Broken toilet in the Death Star. Remember that? No. We'll use a lot of these. Speaking of which, now that I have these up, oh, there's a butt up against the wall. I wish they would fix that. Nope. Well, I got something else that I can use for that, but I was hoping I'd be able to use these computers. I can't. So anyway, that's not what the plan was. The plan actually is use these, the Death Star control room station, which we're going to use them upstairs again. Oh. Actually, it has to go in one more. So, let me just bring two of these out. And so I got to go back in here. Move this wall. And once you select off that, so you can move it around and put it back in, but what you cannot do is, if I move the D-pad and selected something else, then I just lost my interior toy and I'd have to go back into the interior and do the whole thing again. So once you bring them out, you can move them, but don't delete them. There we go. And this is like, well, I don't know if this is droid maintenance or downstairs control, because when 3PO was in the closet, he says, I'll help they're mad, they went to the whatever corridor, or they went this way or that way. And then he picks up the comm link later on, and then he goes to leave, and the stormtrooper is like looking at him like, what do you think you're doing? And he says, oh, all the excitement has got my counterpart riled up. I'm going to take him down to maintenance. So, is this maintenance or a second control? Because he was down here, and R2 is trying to find Luke, and this is the area where he shut down the trash compactor. And they were waiting down here for Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewie to come back, and they actually, when they came back, they came through this door. When they left, I think they went this way. It doesn't show how they got upstairs, but you know they were upstairs because they looked through the window and they could see the Falcon. Anyway, that's just me being a nerd. All right, that's it for this. One of the things we can do with this top part, let me see. I have Star-Lord's Galaxy disc. Yeah. No. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'll change it back to Death Star. Oh yeah. I do need it to be Death Star for the floor. Anyway, that's it for this episode.
BB-8? You see anything interesting?
And we'll see you guys in the next episode of Bat in the Box. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, smash that like button. And guess what? There's even more. Click on any of these boxes to view more awesome stuff. And don't forget to click that big subscribe button so you can be notified of all my upcoming videos. And again, I want to thank you for watching. This has been That Brown Bat signing off. CIAO.